So I'm gonna wait for the update on my screen. There we go. Hey everyone. Um, Hello. I'm Gamerado. I'm the host. I'm with Nathan today,
What up?
and we're John is not gonna talk today. He's gonna a little bit tired, very tired actually. So it'll just be me and Nathan, yeah. Good
Yeah, we
old good
have
old
we have some
boys.
interesting topics to cover today, so I'm excited actually.
Yeah. Main topic. It's on the title. Writer's block. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure everyone here. Okay, there's no one in the chat. We're talking to nobody right now.
Well, I mean, for anyone who's listening afterwards,
Yeah.
like this is a topic that I'm glad we're tackling it, but at the same time, it's definitely a tackle. Like writer's block is
Yeah.
a huge thing, and it's not necessarily a problem, but I'm pretty sure anyone listening to this has experienced it, whether it's music or whatever you do. But
Yeah, dude. I feel like the problem in itself is kind of depends on the person how to. We're mostly gonna talk about what it is and like how to cope with it and overcome it. There's many different ways. I've been doing like some research, and there are ways. There are definitely ways, but it really depends on the person.
right.
Probably like one method is gonna work for you, and one method is gonna work for another guy. And then when the other guy tells you his method, you're gonna go like, oh, what the fuck, it doesn't work at all.
Right.
But yeah.
The first thing I wanted to talk about actually about writer's block is because I think you can break it down into causes, symptoms, and ways you can like fix it or go around it, you know? So I kind of wanted to start with causes, which actually I'd say most people that suffer from writer's block, I use the word suffer, you know, strangely there, but
Yeah.
you know, most people who go through it, they don't actually think like, why do I have writer's block? They just kind of know that they have it. But like if you can understand why you have writer's block in the case you're in, you can actually help it a lot. Like I know it's different for every person. One thing for me that affects me is I notice when I really put my nose to the grindstone and like start really pumping out music and working hard, I get burnt out really easily, and everything I produce starts sounding the same. And that's when that's when I usually get writer's block. So my solution is I have to kind of take a break and come back.
Yeah, that's definitely a way. I've seen a lot of people don't really work the break stuff.
Yeah.
What happened to me once I was on a 2-week vacation with my parents. We're going to Chile. We were in Chile. It was
that's
fucking
awesome.
great. Yeah, it was awesome. We even went to the highest to Santiago de Chile. That has the fucking the biggest building, or the tallest building in South America, which was pretty dope.
That sounds awesome, dude. I'm jealous.
Dude, I'll show you some pictures later.
Cool.
So yeah, I feel one way to cope with the writer's block would be to brainstorm ideas. Like just brainstorm with the weirdest fucking ideas.
Yeah.
It's just just think about like the weirdest thing. Using samples from whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, that's a huge for me. Playing with samples, like when I like sometimes you kind of have to just go back primal, and when you have writer's block, just kind of like you have to sit down in the sandbox and play with like little baby letter block toys, and that's basically what playing with samples is. Like you're just kind of like, ooh, this goes here, you know, goo goo gaga, and then like you start making a new project before you even realize it.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Someone they're asking in the chat who's the guest. This is not a guest. This is Nathan. He's a regular host on the podcast. He hasn't been on lately because he's had some problems.
Oh, it's my boy Lofsy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had even some problems with personal stuff. So now he's on. gonna enjoy
Yeah,
it.
I plan to be on every single Sunday. It's just I had some emergency stuff that happened last Sunday, so I had to take care of that. But I'm back. I'm ready to help out, and like I'm super excited to see what happens in the future.
This guy has the sexiest voice on the planet.
No, I do not. But thank you.
It did.
Thank you.
So here's another thing that interesting. I don't know if anyone really talks about helping a friend that has a writer's block.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
So here's the situation, right? You can go like, hey man, you have writer's block.
Hey man.
Fucking get your shit together, dude.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. You either cause him or to get over or like very crippling depression. But
You grab him by his collar and you just hang him over a cliff and you're like, listen, get your shit together, dude.
yeah. Oh, we need that fucking that clip from fucking can't get the name.
I just
Rick and
like how Rick and Morty, yeah. Dude, I just like how your analogy started with, hey man.
Hey man.
But yeah, no, helping friends with man, I've never done that. I guess makes me a selfish person, but like usually what I tell people who are going through writer's block is that number one, like, have you noticed that when people have writer's block, it's kind of they just kind of like freak out about the fact that they have writer's block, and that just kind of makes it worse. Yeah. So what I usually tell them, I'm like, okay, look, don't freak out. Like, this is totally normal. It's gonna happen a lot. It doesn't mean all of a sudden you lost your passion or you can't make music. You know, just realize it's totally normal, and you can go from there. That usually helps people the most. And then I tell them, like, you know, you might need to take a break, or you might need to go out and do things. Like MF Doom. I don't know if you know MF Doom.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So he did yeah, right. He did well, surprisingly, there are people who don't, which scares me, but he did a really, anyone who's listening to this podcast at any point, I recommend after you're done listening, you go check out the Red Bull Music Academy lecture that has MF Doom in it. Specifically the one where he goes over writer's block, because essentially what he's trying to say is his creativity comes in waves. So, you know, he feels this surge of creativity and then it goes away, and he doesn't freak out. He just goes, okay, it's time for me to stop. And then he goes and he lives his life, and like anything can inspire you. Like, you know, like hanging out with a friend, a bird, a certain sound, piece of music, anything. So as long as you don't freak out about it and you don't see it as a obstacle in your way, you'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we can all agree on that. We usually do panic anyways because we're humans and we're dumb. But yeah, I feel like that's a good way of coping with it. Or, you know, just go like, I'm just gonna do something else. You know, fuck that. I don't care. It's usually what I kind of do. I usually, like, when I don't get inspiration in music, I go work on visual. And then if I can do visual or music, I can just go DJing.
Yeah.
That's the easiest part.
Yeah, exactly.
And just do like the easiest thing you can to, you know, just get your brain working. You don't even have to do something creative. Play games. I do get a lot of visual inspiration from games.
Oh, that's
and music
cool.
too. I do make a lot of like soundtracks and stuff, so it also inspires me musically to play games.
Dude, Farmer Chicken in the chat says, if I get writer's block, I just stop making music and get inspired. And I like to understand that, because have you ever had that moment where you're in a writer's block drought and then one day you just like are hit by something, as like cliche as that sounds?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're hit by an idea and you're like, oh my God, I have to make this right now. And then all of a sudden you've made a song.
Masterpiece right there.
Masterpiece.
So, okay, getting back on the helping a friend. So you go to chat with a friend. It doesn't have to be like an interview or something. But I feel asking him about his process of, like, his creative process, on how does he work, like he puts a drum beat and then he puts fucking glitch stuff on the drum, and then you're like, why? And then he explains everything, and he decodes his own mind. I know this sounds like fucking some Illuminati
Interrogation shit.
Yeah.
Mind
So,
decoding.
You go into your subconscious. And oh, John. I'm sorry, John. Well, you can get this episode to help you.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like decoding. That usually you need a friend for this, because you can't decode yourself, asking yourself, because that's just not
Having
gonna
a
work.
different set of eyes and a different mind asking you
Yes.
is totally different. Like, you know, when you tell yourself a compliment, but it doesn't mean the same until someone else says it. So yeah,
Definitely. You're like, I'm pretty.
I say that to myself every day. I'm pretty.
You just gotta convince yourself, man. And then, well, of course, the one thing is encouragement, and just tell them to relax, do what MF Doom says. You just listen to MF Doom.
Yeah,
why are you
listen
even watching the podcast?
Yeah,
Just
get
go
the
to
fuck
MF
out of here.
just get out.
Yeah, don't come here. Don't come around here anymore.
We don't want you here, okay?
Well, your kind isn't wanted here.
Don't leave us, please. We have like 8 years.
Yes, please. But no, one thing that works for me is you could utilize this for what we're talking about. Okay, so I want to stay on the topic of helping your friend. Because one thing that helps me help other people is to think like,
holy shit.
Yeah, well, that, but also how I help myself. Like, one thing that really fucking kicks me in the ass to go make music is when one of my producer friends makes something good. Holy shit, does that fucking push me, dude? Like, I'll be chilling, just not making music, kind of feeling a little bad about it, but nothing too major. And then my friend is like, hey, check out this track I made. And I'm like, okay, let's see this shit. And it's like amazing. And I'm like, I need to
quit.
No, well, you might think that, but for me, it's like, wow, I need to start making music again. I need to kick this guy. I need to make something better. Like my friends, I need to make something better. Like, I don't know, that's deep in my mind. So maybe to help another friend, you could show them your music, because one of my friends, I showed him a video I made, and that made him get back into production, which is a completely different type of media, but it works.
So you're saying that when you listen to something your friend made is good, you don't want to make music, but when you show your music to your friend, you're saying it's bad because he wants to make music?
No, what I'm saying is when my friend shows me music, I want to make music. And then, and you could use that for making your friend make music by showing him your music. When my friend when somebody I know shows me some music, I'm like, dude, I need to make something better. I need to make music.
Yeah, I need to make something. Yeah, that's how I feel.
You know that feeling. You're like, I don't care what it is. I need to create something right now.
Yeah. It happens a lot with clients as well, which kind of fucks you up.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I have to make, but I don't want to make.
We should talk about that. We should talk about overcoming writer's block within the scope of a professional environment when you have a client.
Oh, okay, that's some nice wording there.
No, thanks.
So yeah, I feel with clients it's a lot easier because they give you ideas. You just have to make the idea, unless it's some type of job that kind of you have to think about the idea, kind of like logo design, which is you have to get the idea and like,
oh my god,
be smart and like, I'm not smart, but you gotta be smart. And
list of requirements: A, come up with idea; B, be smart;
C, make it pretty.
I have failed one out of these 3 requirements.
Which one?
The be smart part.
Oh, nice. And then of course, the one thing that I'm pretty sure every designer will agree on, you gotta make it pop.
Although, God, I hate that so much. Did you specifically say that because I hate that?
Yeah, I mean, every designer hates that.
Oh my god. Oh my, this is a little off topic here, but Okay, so I work at like a print shop. We do a lot of designs, and oh my God, do I hear so many people who know they have no idea what they're talking about, which is fine. That's why they hire me. But it's just the fact that they're like, can you make this pop? And I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Do you want more contrast? Do you want me to literally put like a explosion around it? Like, what is the problem?
And I literally just want to explode right
Yeah, I need it to pop in front of me every time I look at it.
now. Your eyes just fucking
But
explode.
yeah, but going back to music, like one thing that helps me with like I have a client and I need to get it done is I'm still kind of practicing with the client gives me a feel like what feeling they want the music to give. Because right now I'm working on a project for a short film, and they came to me and said, they gave me a list of tracks they need, and what they gave me was I need something sad, I need something like kind of concerned but still a little lighthearted, things like that. And one thing that helps me is sometimes when you have writer's block, you just have to like put on your helmet and just like grind through it. Just keep making the song, even if it sucks. Just keep making it, and then go back over it later. And instead of now creating, you're just improving. Does that make sense?
Yes, I agree with that.
You know what I'm talking about? Like you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, this sounds bad. Change this, and now you're making something.
Yeah. So also, when we're gonna keep on talking, because ghost productions exist, so future we can also keep that with music as well. One thing that I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you guys have heard this. I don't know if you have heard this, Nathan. But if you really want to get this is something outside of writer's block. If you really want to get like the idea down, so like your client says, yes, this is preferably what I had in mind, even though I had nothing in mind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is perfect,
Like a sketch kind of thing.
Yeah, but like in general, just make something that's like you get him. He doesn't. It's about getting in the mind of your client.
Right.
That's why it's good to get to know him a little bit.
Yeah,
How he
and
thinks.
have a design brief so you can go, I'm looking for the and the part of being a designer, and this applies to music too, is you have to take what like you said, put your head into the client's head. You have to take what they want, then you have to take what you know as an expert will be good for them. And those two things aren't always the same. And then you have to find a middle ground. Because
need some vaporwave art.
Yeah, you can't just go, fuck you, client. I'm gonna make something that will work, because they'll never be behind their logo if they don't love it. But you also can't just give them what they want, because it'll end up with something they would have made, and they're not a designer. So it's the same thing with music. I think you're right. You have to put yourself in the head of the client, and that will help you produce something that has that theme. So at least they like what you're making.
Yeah, like think how they think, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So now moving back to writer's block, we talk about how you can help a friend. Now, how can you help yourself is I think is the most important part.
Right.
I did some research. Again, I said
research
and research for once, and I listed a bunch of ways you can help yourself. It's not like black and white. It's a very gray area, so it helps to some people. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, figure out what applies to you.
Yeah. So sometimes just 3 things do work. Sometimes just one thing works, and so it's definitely about you. First of all, altering time of day when you work.
Oh.
I think this actually is very helpful in general. Is I usually work at night, right? And I've been recently not capable of working at night, so I started working, more like mornings or afternoons after school, and I'm starting to get ideas, and everything starts flowing, and I feel because your brain kind of gets wired to that time, and you go like, okay, creative time.
Yeah, music making time.
and then you're not creative anymore, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, you know it's coming. You know the
Yeah.
approaching like shitty I can't make music time is approaching. And dude, that's so true. That what you just talked about is actually a principle that applies to a lot of psychology. Like I had trouble sleeping because my computer was in the same room as my bedroom. So if I was ever on my PC, my brain would associate my room with like thinking room. And so I had to move it to another room so that it just associates my room with sleeping room. And now I go to sleep way easier, you know.
Holy shit, I should do that.
Try it, dude. It actually works. I had trouble sleeping for the longest time, and once I separated those two things, my brain doesn't fuck around when it goes into my bedroom. It knows it's like time to go to sleep. But back to what you're talking about, like that makes total sense. And also, dude, your body has biorhythms. Like when your brain starts producing melatonin, which is the hormone that makes you sleepy, is about 9 p.m. give or take. Obviously, it's not perfect. Melatonin actually assists with your creative and more abstract thoughts. So the best time for you to produce scientifically, technically, is after 9 p.m. and in the morning. So if you take your brain out of its comfort zone, that's where you start making stuff. People used to tell me, what's the quote? Life begins at the edge of your comfort zone, and I think that's totally correct.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that happened also recently, which is kind of the opposite of what I said. It's I usually, you know, I make daily art. I have a project where I make daily artwork. I make an artwork every day.
That's killer, dude. That's hard to do.
Yeah, it's kind of turning into sometimes artwork because I have school and shit. And
yeah, you got stuff.
So I couldn't make it at night because I have to sleep because I have school tomorrow. And so I started making it in the mornings because I have a school like 1 p.m. Don't ask. And
all right.
So I've been making like really shit artwork recently because I've been just I can't not make art at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So usually when I was on summer break, I made like I sit up to like fucking 6 a.m. working on art, and I made like great shit. And now I can't because it's not nighttime anymore. And now I'm having to like rewire my brain to work.
Yeah, you got to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
but your art is going to grow. Your art's going to grow because of that. You know, that's how that like it's crazy how that works. But as simple as it sounds, you have to try things you suck at. Like,
yeah.
Dude, I did this thing for a few weeks. I think it was like a month. I recommend anyone listening try this. Within reason, take anything that you know you suck at, that you don't want to suck at, and do it. Like if you're making a song and you think, I want to make this kind of genre. Oh, I want to make dubstep today, but you're kind of intimidated because you've never really done it before. Just do it. Like specifically target things that you know you're bad at, and just like try them out and just like keep trying them. So like if coming up with art at a different time for you suck at, then like try it. And once you do that, your art is gonna literally grow because of your exposure to change.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm not bad at anything.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, but I'm not bad at anything.
Well, I guess you suck.
So
also shout out to what's going on in chat right now.
Yeah, fucking drama over here.
Oh my gosh, look at everything he deleted. So wow. What Lofsy asked, by the way, was what if you have one room? How are you supposed to have your computer in a different room than your bed? And to that I respond, move your computer outside.
Or move your bed.
Or move your bed outside.
Is that even possible?
Yeah.
Just put your bed in the middle of the living room.
Put your computer in your bathroom.
Yeah. On the toilet specifically.
Easy.
So then another way, I'm pretty sure everyone has heard this, setting deadlines.
Oh yeah.
It actually helped me. This actually helped me not be lazy with visual, because I hope no clients are listening to this, but I'm a procrastinator.
Oh,
I
yeah, I'm
usually
right there with
prefer
you.
working. I usually prefer working on personal art projects than client projects, even though I know client projects will give me money. But I
Because
don't
there's no
like that.
deadlines with personal stuff.
Yeah, well, actually, there's no deadlines with client stuff, which is kind of funny. They like they give me what they want to do. I'm like, okay, take your time, and I take my time. And they're like still waiting, and I'm like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I swear.
Hey, I just want to give you an update.
Yeah,
Still working on that thing we talked about. Just want to let you know.
I put a sphere. That's it. And I'm pretty sure it works with actually writer's block as well. Just go like, okay, have to make. I think on Kayak, actually, shout out to the Kayak server, or what, the John server, Kayak server, Discord server. Let me link this server on the YouTube server. Wait, I don't have the link. Okay, never
You
mind.
just said the word server like 9 times, by the way. I just want to point that out as a fun fact.
um, but yeah, you just have to like is on his server. He has a little event going that's called 1 beat a day. So you make a beat a day, and I'm pretty sure it helps because you're kind of forcing yourself to make shit, and you're like, okay, I don't want to make something, but I have to make something because I have to make something.
Dude,
So
deadlines are good because of one, it makes you go faster. Two, you have to learn how to compromise things to make time.
yeah,
Three, you gain confidence in yourself because you know you can do certain deadlines, which is something I lack right now because
oh
I've never done that. And four, you learn to manage yourself, and it applies to other things. So I think that's why setting deadlines helps.
yeah. Okay, Aaron says you just had to add a sandwich or sausage. Okay. Just literally just throw a sausage on your screen. Just throw a sausage.
Just throw if you use Fruity Loops, just go ahead and throw Fruity Blood Overdrive on everything and max out all the levels, and it's just gonna really improve your production overall.
Yeah, definitely.
That's if you take anything from that stream, take that.
Please. And then I'm pretty sure you have heard this as well. Putting limitations on your music art making shit. This helped me a ton, actually.
Yeah. So tell me what you mean by like limitations.
So okay, let's take this to production because I'm pretty sure that's what all of all of the viewers do.
Yeah.
Or most of them. I'm not gonna single out, but you just gotta use certain samples. Use like 5 samples or 5. Just use like one synth that you don't usually do.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like
Just
make it harder on yourself and see what you can make.
yeah,
Huh.
and or I've seen the other day, Fruity Loops did like a challenge that's called everything you make everything with 3x Osc. I don't know if you
Dude,
know
oh
that.
my God. I like not to interrupt you, but when I started making music, I didn't know anything and I made everything with 3x Os. Like except for drums, I made my bass with it, I made my synths with it, my arpeggios. That taught me so much about synthesis. Like it teaches you
Yeah,
so much to limit yourself because like you learn everything you can make with like a stick. And
yeah,
then when you
basically.
get to use like a sword, you're like, holy shit.
I can make so much more.
I can kill so many people with this.
Just kill 'em with their Reese's, dude.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like working with basics actually works on, you know, on the pillars, and it works on the bass, and it works on everything else.
Hell yeah.
So get to know the basics really, really well, because I think I suffer from this as well. You just get on like, okay, I'm gonna use Serum, and you're like, you use Serum, you're like, you get amazing on Serum, but you can only do dubstep sound design. You're like,
Right.
I want to do Neuro, but I can't.
Oh, dude.
So
Well, I mean,
then,
that, and besides, you don't want to worry about step 200, just what can you do right now?
yeah. But then you go like, okay, you forget about the neuron, then you do like the 3x ask challenge, and you're like, okay, I actually learn how basics of synthesis work.
Right.
Now I can probably do a neuro base because I've been analyzing whatever. So getting to know the base of stuff, not the base like fucking frequency, the base of something, really helps to just make you better.
Yeah,
I think.
and we're almost, I think we're coming up at the end of time here, but take what we've said here and remember that this isn't stuff we came up with. This is stuff that's existed for years. Think about this stuff while you listen to the music. Like, you know, as cheesy as it sounds, those artists struggled with the same kind of shit and they still came through with that. So just remember that when you listen, and I hope that this stuff like helped anyone who's listening with any writer's block they're struggling with.
Yeah. We're here for you. Pray
Always.
emoji.
We're always here for you.
Now for the show you actually came for, I hope. Let me tell John real quick. All right. So yeah, we got today's mix is gonna be pretty awesome. I'm gonna say. I have a special shout out also for today for a little collective that started up recently. It's really cool. Has like a lot of awesome music. Even though they just released like 4 songs, but they're all amazing. So stay tuned for that. On.
Welcome to the Unheard podcasts. Hey guys, Charlie here. We are back once again, and to start today's episode, we have the very deep, dark, and retro menu theme by ProShow. Nothing better to start the episode.
thousand hands and we good to go. Always cash, we gon' keep on counting. And this shit been on point, I work on paper. This clock is always cash, we gon' keep on counting. And this shit been on point, I work on paper. That extra moves, we gon' name them all. We know the heat now, this world is cold. Couple thousand hands and we good to go. That extra moves, we gon' name them all. We know the heat now, this world is cold. Couple thousand hands and we good to go.
We'd like to give a shout out to the very new collective Hollow Point and their WEP One in the Chamber. Everything about this is amazing and you should definitely check it out. Links will be in the description.
close my eyes and I see the ceiling. I open them up and I see the stars. Seem to have forgotten all that I'm feeling. Never thought I'd fall this far.
And finishing off, Wynn's reimagination of the wonderful Lark by Direct, good vibes to finish the episode. Thanks for tuning in to the Unheard podcast.